All right, boys, we need to really have a serious conversation because all this like being indignant, it's not gonna work.
Video got 662,000 likes, not views, 662,000 likes. So it got through to a lot of young women.
If you're a woman and you're dating a man who is nice and respectful and treats you well, but still deep down you're feeling like that's not your person and it's not feeling like how you thought it was supposed to feel like and you don't want to spend every day the rest of your life with them, not illegal to break up with them. Not fun, not easy, but not illegal to break up with a man because he's nice.
You know what that is right there, what she's doing when she makes those statements? That's her normalizing, I'm bored, so I'm done. That's what that is. That's the translation there. It's trying to normalize a girl leaving a good man because she's bored in the moment. That's all that is. And this is the same garbage that keeps infiltrating the brains of women that are in happy, healthy marriages and families.
Remember when Kevin Samuels said like women have this strategy of shaming, insult, guilt, and the need to be right, and that's a coping mechanism against like having no power. So the same thing could happen with a man who's realizing like, damn, a woman can feel like she's just bored and leave me. You don't want to hear that. You don't want to feel like, yo, I've done everything right and you can still do that to me. You don't want to hear that. That's not something you are going to accept. But that is the harsh reality. Like once a woman can see like I can have whatever I want and I can behave however I want, the only way to give her any sort of repercussions or pushback is to starve it out. You can't be mad at her. You can't fight her. You literally can't touch her. So she can just perpetuate that level of thinking to any guy because guys are going to be like, yo, it's been a couple weeks. I ain't had none. I give it up. Now she's like, I got power over this man. Because you're like, oh, I want a little bit more. If you like, look, I get pussy in spades. It's nothing to me. Like she can't treat you like that because you are treating her like that. So the only way out of this situation is to think like that. It's sad. You don't want to hear that, but it's like you gotta be on this level where it's like, I'm only about me. You can hold that in the back of your mind, like, hey, look, I know there's a higher ideal, but for the place and the environment that we're in, like if you are in the Amazon jungle, why are you sitting there talking about empathy? Like empathy is a real thing. Like, don't get me wrong, but there's a time and a place for that. Like, no, it's not right that this jaguar can just eat this poor little baby antelope. It's all vibes in nature. Mother nature. So women are pulling us back into chaos where it's like might is right. The strongest voice will win. So there's no like, well, don't do that. They are monsters. And if you don't check them in a monstrous way, nothing changes. You think a woman knows you can't hit her as a man. You really don't look as good as her. You're not going to get nearly as much of attention. It's like she has a very, very big ego. And not like like women have a collective ego. Like women will validate other women. So she can have the biggest ego in the world. If shorty over here is like inflating it more, what are you going to do? You're going to stop. You can't stop both of them because then somebody's going to inflate her ego, inflating her ego. It's like a hive mind that they operate in. They know they have zero repercussions in terms of what a man can do. Only the top guys, only the guys they go after can play these, all right, well, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. But you is like, well, I ain't getting no pussy. You feeling like I'm ashamed these women. They're like, cool, bye. They rather die alone. So let them. Let them. You got to operate on like, look, I'm not going to be callous, but I am going to use these techniques, right? Honesty is my best policy. This is how I'm operating. I'm not shady. That's the only way through this. You got to have that mean attitude, but not lie. You can't lie. There's no need to lie anymore. If you are not feeling it, you just not feeling it. You don't got to be rude and be like, go, leave me, bitch. Don't commit to her. You only commit to the vibe that she brings. If she not on your vibe, it's no like, I need you to. There's a billion other women you can go to. You got to have that mindset. So, like, we got to cut this, like, look how bad women are. Aren't they bad? That's a female strategy when they are disempowered. So the more you cry and whine, you're sinking into that frame of mind of like, women bad, aren't they bad guys? And then we crying. Like, no. This is a clear example of how women are thinking. And as a man, you need to take it on yourself, not to think as a group, but like, all right, do I want to be treated like that? No. Do I want to treat people like that? No. But I see the reason why I should. And I know I can make a decision at any time to not. I hope to hold this one. She's a good one. I deem her good. Just looking at, oh, well, she's nice and she's kind. You got to have a high level of standard. Higher than hers. If you like, the way it should be democratized. Get in the motherfucking gym. Get in some books. Get some understanding. Get some solid confidence about you. That you don't need a woman. And then when you choose to go and interact with her, you had that mindset always at the forefront. Like, if at any point I'm not really feeling it, I can say that. It's not against the law. I'm not feeling it. Sorry. I'm not committing to you. Like, if she really, really deserves that commitment, you can give that to her. But that's never on the table. Like, I want to commit to... No. Whoa. You have to do the most to get that from me. Because I know that's what you want. If you want my commitment, you have to do this. This is what I want as a man. It's a certain level of grit you just got to have. You can't just be like, oh, I'll look better. I'll looks max. I'll retard max. All you really got to do is observe how they act at their worst. And act just like that, but worse. But no. You have the ability to be like, I could put a stop to this anytime I want. This is the way things are going to go. This is what makes strong men. You're going to be a weak man, point out where things aren't fair. It's not going to get you anywhere. You got to carve your own path. Maybe we'll meet at some consensus point. But if you're walking down the beaten path, I don't have to say it.